A. Things we make, do, and take.
I've made a mistake. I'm afraid I haven't done my homework. She took a photo of me this morning. I haven't done the housework yet. They made a big effort to finish the work. The children are making too much noise. Sometimes two different verbs are possible. I'm just going to take a shower. I'm just going to have a shower. I'm doing a Spanish course next month. I'm taking a Spanish course next month. Take a look at these pictures. Have a look at these pictures. I don't do much exercise. I don't take much exercise. We must make a decision. We must take a decision.
B. Make.
Make can mean to cause something to happen or cause a particular state. I like Boris. He makes me laugh. It made them angry when Karen refused to help with the washing up. Make can also mean to force someone to do something. My parents made me do my homework when I was a child. The police made us wait outside the main gates. If you make friends with someone, you get to know them and like them. I made friends with a couple of guys from Canada when I was on holiday. If you make up your mind, you decide something. He's made up his mind to leave work at the end of next month.
C. Do.
We use do to describe a general action when we don't know what it is or there's no noun. What shall we do this afternoon? Don't just stand there. Do something. If you do your hair, you make it look nice. If you do your makeup, you make it look nice. I'll just do my hair, then we can go out. If you do your best, you try as hard as possible. I'm not a good student, but I always do my best.
D. Take.
Take can mean to remove something from a place or person. For example, I took the key out of my pocket. Remove something without permission. For example, someone has taken my pen. Accept something. For example, did he take the job they offered him? Do they take credit cards there? Write something down. For example, I took notes during the meeting. The man took my name and address. Wear a particular size in clothes. For example, I take size 43 shoes. If you take it or things easy, you relax and don't do very much. I'll take things easy today. If you take a break, you stop work and rest for a short period. Let's take a 10-minute break.
A. Give.
We can use give when someone or something causes a certain effect. All that noise has given me a headache. The walk this morning gave me an appetite. Listening to Why Sin has given me an idea. We often use give with different nouns to express an action. He gave me some advice. Valentina gave us a shock when she shouted like that. I had to give a speech at the wedding. I'll give her a ring. I had lots of work to do, but fortunately, Ollie gave me a hand. She gave me a hug. He gave the car a push.
B. Keep.
Keep can mean to stay or cause someone to stay in a particular state or condition. Keep right. She asked us to keep quiet. This coat will keep you warm. Going to the gym keeps me fit. Keep on doing something means to repeat doing something, and often it is something you don't want to do or happen. I keep losing my glasses. I keep getting backache. She keeps on interrupting me. If you keep in touch, you continue to communicate with someone, especially by phone or email. I met Mara on holiday, and we've kept in touch ever since. If you keep a secret, you don't tell other people something that you know. Tom told me not to tell anyone about his new job, but I'm not very good at keeping a secret. If you keep something up, you continue doing something at a high level. You're working hard and your English is improving. That's good. Keep it up.
C. Miss.
If you miss a person, you feel sad because that person is not there. When I went to work in Hungary, I really missed my girlfriend. If you miss what someone says, you don't hear it. I'm sorry, I missed that. What did you say? If you miss a chance or an opportunity, you don't use an opportunity to do something. Lily's been chosen for the team, but now she's injured, she might miss her chance to play. If you miss something, you manage to avoid it or not experience it. I left home early in order to miss the rush hour.
A. Uses.
Get is an informal word and is very common in spoken English. It can have many different meanings. Obtain. I got a ticket from my brother. I need to get some help. Receive. I got a new phone for my birthday. Did you get my email? Buy. Where did you get that watch? I went to get a magazine. Arrive. What time did you get here? I'll phone when I get home. Become. It gets dark very early in winter. My hands are getting cold. Fetch. Could you go and get my glasses from the kitchen for me? Answer the door or phone.
Is that the door?
Yes, I'll get it. Do a task or arrange for someone to do it for you, using get plus past participle. I'll never get this essay finished. It's too difficult. I need to get my hair cut. I got my watch repaired today.
B. Phrases.
You can get in touch with me via email. A bedtime story helps children get to sleep. The salsa classes are a chance for us to get together. I'm sorry, I got the number wrong. My cold is getting worse. I'd like to get rid of my old CDs. I got to know lots of Americans when I stayed in San Francisco.
C. Phrasal verbs.
He stopped the car and I got out. I gave her £25, but I'll get it back tomorrow. The door was locked, so we couldn't get in. Our train should get in around midnight. What time did you get up this morning?
A. Different meanings of go.
When we leave a place in order to do an activity, especially for enjoyment, we often express it with go plus ing or go out for a plus noun. We could go shopping tomorrow. We could go sightseeing tomorrow. We could go swimming tomorrow. We could go clubbing tomorrow. Why don't we go out for a walk at lunchtime? Why don't we go out for a drive at lunchtime? Why don't we go out for a drink at lunchtime? Why don't we go out for a meal at lunchtime? Why don't we go out for a picnic at lunchtime? Go can also describe a changing state, usually to a bad one, with certain adjectives. My dad's going grey and my uncle is going bald. My grandmother is going deaf. Our 12-year-old dog is going blind. He'll go mad if you wear his jacket. We use go when we want to ask or say if a road or form of transport takes you somewhere. Does this bus go to the National Gallery? I think this road goes through the village. Go can also mean disappear. When I looked in the drawer, my watch had gone. Go and get means fetch. You stay here and I'll go and get the bags from the car.
B. Phrasal verbs and expressions.
What's going on in here?
I don't know. I touched this switch and the lights went out.
Shall we wait for George or go on to the theatre?
I'm not sure of the way. Let's wait for George.
How's the business?
Well, it was going well up until the summer, but since then a few things have gone wrong and we've lost a few customers.
Are you going away this year?
Yes, we had a lovely time in Italy last year, so we've decided to go back in June.
I think I'll have the chicken. How about you?
I'm going for the roast beef.
How's it going?
Not bad. And you?
A. The 5 basic senses.
Sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch. To express it another way, the ability to see, hear, taste, smell, and feel.
B. Sense verbs with adjectives.
You look tired this evening. That man sounded foreign. This cake tastes a bit strange. Fresh bread smells wonderful. This shirt feels damp.
C. Sense verbs with like or as if or as though.
We can describe things using sense verbs with like plus noun or as if or as though plus clause, but not like plus adjective, not she looks like nice. When we use like plus noun, we are often describing how similar two things are. Have you ever had a nectarine? They look like peaches. Did you hear that noise? It sounded like an alarm. That shampoo smells like coconut. Also, smells of coconut. Don't you think this material feels like silk? That boy looks as if he's trying to get over the wall. I spoke to Isabel. It sounded as though they had a good time on holiday.
D. Verbs easily confused.
If you look at the map, you can see the church on the left. They've been watching that man for weeks. He ran into me because he wasn't looking. I watched a film on TV. I saw a film on TV. I saw a film at the cinema. Not, I watched a film at the cinema. I heard what she said, but I wasn't listening. Don't touch the oven, it's hot. Just feel my feet. Aren't they cold?
A. Common uncountable nouns. One of the problems with uncountable nouns is that many of them are countable in other languages. You can put all that rubbish in the bin over there. Is there any more news about the man who was injured? She gave me some good advice about buying a car. Do the children get pocket money? You need a lot of equipment for camping. For example, tent, sleeping bag, torch, things for cooking, etc. We sold the furniture. The scenery is really beautiful. My knowledge of Russian is limited. She's worked very hard, and I believe she is making progress. Can you take the dog? We haven't got any room in our car. Would anyone like some more toast? The children's behaviour was terrible. They were climbing all over the furniture and making a lot of noise. B. Uncountable nouns in dictionaries.
Dictionaries show countable nouns with a C and uncountable nouns with a U. Some nouns can be countable with one meaning and uncountable with another. Experience. Uncountable. The knowledge you get from doing a particular job or activity. She's got a lot of experience of working with children. Experience. Countable. Something that happens to you that affects the way you feel. I had so many fantastic experiences on my trip to Thailand and Japan. Chance. Uncountable. Luck. Lotto is a game of chance. Chance. Countable. The opportunity to do something. He's had several chances to go abroad, but he's just not interested.
C. Making uncountable nouns countable.
You can make some uncountable nouns singular. Sometimes we do this with a word like piece, for advice, equipment, toast, furniture, news. But in spoken English, we often use a bit, informal, with most uncountable nouns. A good piece of advice. An interesting bit of news. Another piece of toast. Just a bit of rubbish.
A.
Verb plus ing form. A number of verbs are commonly followed by an ing form.
Do you enjoy studying?
Yes, I do.
Do you mind getting up early?
No, I don't mind at all.
Do you like or dislike having your photograph taken?
I hate having my picture taken.
Do you usually avoid speaking to strangers at parties?
Yes, I prefer to talk to people that I already know.
Can you imagine being without a car?
No, I can't. I need my car.
Have you ever considered living in another country?
Yes, many times. I'd like to live abroad.
Would you recommend having a holiday in the capital city of your country? If so, would you suggest going at a particular time of the year?
Yes, I would. And I would suggest going in spring or autumn.
B. Verb plus to infinitive. I hope to see them next week. They agreed to help me. I intend to leave next month. I offered to help them. I attempted to cook the dinner, but it was terrible. I promised to bring her book back. The shop assistant was very rude, so I demanded to see the manager. C.
Verb plus object plus preposition plus noun or ing.
Joe has just rung and asked me for advice about Greece. They're thinking of going there.
Well, be careful. They went to India last year on your advice and then blamed you for the terrible holiday they had.
That was their fault. They insisted on going in the summer when it was far too hot.
A. A great opportunity.
I'm 24 years old and I work in a photography studio. It's not a very exciting job, but I love photography and the pay isn't bad. But 2 months ago, I was given the chance to go to Italy and work on a film by a famous director. My best friend thought that it was a fantastic opportunity and advised me to go. Dad wasn't so sure. He didn't try and persuade me not to go, but he warned me that it would be hard work and reminded me that it was only 3 months, then I'd be out of a job. I realized that my girlfriend wasn't happy about it either, but I promised her that I would phone every day and suggested that she could come out to Italy for a holiday while I was there. I didn't mention that I was part of a small team with 3 other women. Anyway, I'm going.
B. Other verbs.
Here are some more verbs which are used with the same constructions. Verb plus that. Say, hope, notice, recommend, and expect. I said that I was busy, not I said him that I was busy. I hope that you'll come and see us soon. When I left, I noticed that the door was open. I recommended that we all go together so no one gets lost. I expect that he'll ring us later. Verb plus object plus that. Tell, show, and convince. I told them that they could leave early. He tried to convince me that I needed some new clothes. Verb plus object plus to infinitive. Ask, tell, want, allow, expect, remind, help, and encourage. Tracy asked me to look after her cat. They told us to wait outside. They want us to stay at school. I expected them to be here by now. I had to remind him to buy the food. She helped me to write the report. You can also say, she helped me write the report. My parents encouraged me to read.
A. Extreme adjectives.
There are many extreme adjectives we use to say that something is very good, or very small, or very surprising, etc.
We were lucky. The weather was marvellous. Don't go and see that film. It's awful. I was delighted she passed her exam. It's a nice modern flat, but it's absolutely tiny. I wasn't very hungry, but they gave us a huge meal. You should watch that program. You'll find it absolutely fascinating. Everyone was really exhausted by the end of the day. Bungee jumping is the most terrifying thing I've ever done. Computers are an essential part of modern life. The food was delicious.
B.
Adjectives ending in ing and ed. A large group of adjectives can have an ing or ed ending. The ing ending describes a person, thing, or situation. The ed ending describes the effect on someone of this person, thing, or situation.
I don't know if other people were bored, but I thought it was a very boring lesson. The weather is so depressing at the moment, it's making everyone feel depressed.
These adjectives can all end in ing or ed depending on the meaning.
It was really tiring going up that hill. I was amazed she could climb that wall. My exam results were very disappointing. She was annoyed that I forgot to tell her. I kept calling her Emma, so I was embarrassed when Ben told me her name was Angela. The map he gave us was very confusing. We were shocked by the violence in the film. A. At, on, and in.
At a point or place. For example, I met her at the bus stop. He's at work at the moment. On a surface. For example, the books on the desk. They sat on the floor. I put the picture on the wall. In an area, space, or inside something. For example, he's in the kitchen. She lives in Warsaw. She lives in Poland. The knife's in the top drawer.
B. Where exactly?
I know they live in Danvers Street, and I think they're at number 23.
I'm sure there's a chemist on the left before the bank.
Their house is beyond the farm by the old church.
I saw your bike in the back garden against the wall.
They've just bought a house right beside the river. They've just bought a house by the river.
I found your phone on the sofa beneath a pile of cushions. I found your phone on the sofa underneath a pile of cushions.
Their office is above the shop. Opposite. Below.
You can just see the top of the building among the trees. C. Movement.
We came over the bridge, opposite under, then through the tunnel and round the lake. The mouse ran out of the back door, opposite into, towards the gate, then disappeared down a hole. The woman came after us, but we managed to climb into the back of my dad's van. Fortunately, she went past the van and didn't see us.